usually this was a surprise. You usually run. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. You should be bored of seeing my face all the time. Hello, everyone. Hello, Captain Darwin. Hello, I've seen Jason being connected. I've been Lancer, Mordante, and all the usual crowd flocking into the last tea time of the year. This is the last one. We don't have any more episodes coming before Christmas and before the New Year's Eve. The next one will be on January the 14th on Thursday, back on Thursday. This one we're doing it on Wednesday because tomorrow we have a big internal meeting where we have all the presentations of the products that are going to come up in the very far future, stuff that we will barely see some graphics in most of these things, but at least we'll sort of know what we'll have to work on for 2023 and 2024. But yesterday was the big announcement for what is coming next year. Thanks for a load of people showing up. Yesterday we had record-breaking attendance on our site. Record-breaking attendance on Twitch and YouTube on our channels. We had an incredible amount of support from external Twitch streamers. It was great. I mean, we had such a great time. We managed to have a lot of people, you know, following the channel. I think something like, I don't know, how many, Bruno?
What, sorry?
How many new followers?
400.
400 new followers on the Twitch site, on the Twitch channel. Lots of new subscribers. Actually, only one missing before we add a bundle of DLCs to the Slitherine store. And I guess that you know, hopefully it's going to happen during this stream. But thanks for following us, Lama, and thanks for resubscribing Findle 70. Good show yesterday. So yeah, we had very good feedback on the show. What we are here for today mainly is to run through all the announcements we've made and make sure that you've got all on the same page. So the first thing we said yesterday, of course, was a release date for Distant Worlds 2. Distant Worlds 2 is coming on March the 10th next year. And you know, finally, I would say for many of you, I've been waiting for this date to come and to be announced. We were hoping, I have to say, we were hoping to release the game before the end of this year. We ran into last-minute issues. Then the beta feedback we got opened a number of other issues, so we had to sort of go back and redo some of the you know, stuff that we already considered closed. So we had to add a little bit more work to the game, but it's almost done. It's almost done. So we can announce a release date now. We have picked March the 10th. The first time we'll be back in January next year. We'll give you a full outline of what is releasing in the first quarter of next year. I have seen that Jason Petho from the Legion, the campaign series Legion team is also watching. We'll also have campaign series Vietnam releasing next year. In January as well, so that, you know, all the bits are starting to, you know, fill the different gaps we have, and by January 14th you'll know all that's happening and you'll be all aware of all the releases. Also, yesterday was, of course, a big day. Yesterday we had, at some point, we had over 50,000 people watching our stream, and we've never had anything like that before. It was huge. The amount of news that's coming out in major gaming sites today. I had to give a pay rise to Paolo because the PR was so good, and so it's costing us a lot of money, but you have to do it. And so Bruno, I think we've prepared kind of a big showcase of all the announcements we've made. So in blue you see here. Try and full screen. That's great. Bruno, silenzio, Bruno. We have in blue we have announcements, and in green we have updates. So the Distant Worlds 2 announcement was, of course, the release date. On Starship Troopers Terran Command, we gave you a lot of information about the music and where we are with development. We thought that was going to be important after the demo release in the Steam Next Fest, to give you a little bit of information of where the team is in terms of going back some features and redeveloping and assessing some of the issues that have been notified during the demo. Also, I'm seeing a lot of people coming in from Twitch now, because Twitch has been down until like 2 minutes before the start of this. So there's a lot of people just joining and just realizing that it's back, so we can join tea time. So if you need more information about what we just said, just let me know. On Panzer Corps 2. We had more details about Pacific, which is also releasing in the first part of next year. And we have announced 3 new single-player maps that have been dropped into the main game for anyone owning the game. Some pretty cool maps, I have to say. Really good. I think one of the criticism, not criticism so much, but one of the constant askings from the community is just release more single player maps, because we need more of these. So I'm very happy that Kerensky managed to find some time to design and release these very fun to play extra single player maps. So that was Panzer Corps 2 in a nutshell. We went through some of the features of the first DLC of Volume 1 of Panzer Corps 2 Pacific as well. After that, we've for the joy of Mordante, we and the many fans of Field of Glory 2 Medieval, we've announced Storm of Arrows, which is coming in February 10th next year. I am surprised I can remember all this after the show yesterday. It was just like total meltdown of my brain. Storm of Arrows is releasing in February next year. It will include some of the biggest battle in the 100 Years' War and more. Lots of new factions, lots of colorful factions. Of course, this is the time of very colorful armies as well. And also bringing the game up to gunpowder, which is almost like this idea of where Middle Ages end in a way. So I'll make sure that you pick it up when it releases. Lots of rainy scenarios as well, of course, considering the historical maps there. Looks like Marco hasn't got too much sleep lately, but that's not because of the streams, Hexaboo. It's because my kids don't sleep. They usually wake up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and don't think it's a good idea to go back to sleep anyway. So that's what makes me very sleepy these days. Field of Glory Medieval was the one of the sort of featured games we've sort of announced more content on, but also we've done more announcements for Warhammer 40k Battle Sector. If I remember correctly, that was after Feel the Glory, right, Bruno? So we've announced the Necrons. Oh yeah, yeah. We're going back to that as well afterwards. Battle sector, we've said a lot about the release of the Necrons. This is the Necrons are going to come in the first part of next year. Fully fledged new faction, and we've announced a new game mode, a new campaign generation for single player campaigns to be added for free to the main game. Really cool. Almost forgot about campaign there. Fog Renaissance coming soon. Not really, gamer. Not really. Not for now. No plans for that. And there's more Fog content coming, but not Renaissance at the moment. And of course, on Battle Sector, the main thing is of course that the game's is basically now everywhere. You can play for free if you want on Game Pass, and give it a try. It's a great game, and it's also doing very, very well. So we've got a lot of more feedback from, I would say, less experienced players giving us very positive feedback. When you get to these wider markets, it's also a bit risky that you might disappoint someone, but the feedback is constantly, this is a great game, we love it. So really pleased about that. So this is the new single player campaign type. We're adding lots of very cool new features. Again, stuff that you guys out there have been asking for, and we wanted to sort of make sure that we, that we listen, and we are implementing new game modes to have you play with your favorite factions. About Gladius, are you guys going to add more factions? I wish that Corpse of the Krieg. Tom Highway, we are definitely not leaving Gladius behind. There will be more content coming, but we can't tell you what it is for now. Kane Doyle, playing Battle Sector on Game Pass. Good idea, good idea. Great to see that it's been played in the platform as well. I was saying yesterday during the stream that Phil Spencer said a couple of days ago, that strategy games are instrumental to the growth of the Microsoft platforms, and I couldn't agree more. So when we said Valorant Victory, again, Valorant Victory is, how big a fan I am of Valorant Victory. I am the, probably this is the, the single project that I think that deserves the most attention because it doesn't have, a big license or a big name. So we need to push it out more because it's a really fun, really nice game to play, and the team behind it is absolutely awesome and fantastic. We have announced the new DLC coming out, Stalingrad, and we have also announced a new update that will actually bring Valorant Victory main game to the exact same content in terms of gameplay features that the board game has. So you'll have snipers, you'll have the massive stacks, you'll have the mortars, elevation, airstrikes, off-field support, fire support. So there's loads of new stuff coming out. We've also announced 2 more DLCs being developed, with one being an adaptation of the ASL module, which no one can pronounce the name, and we'll also have a Arnhem DLC coming out later in 2022. And I have a 0% win rate in Valorant Victory against the AI. Right. Original Twitch, do you think you're a poor player, or do you think it's too unforgiving? Because that's the kind of feedback we could pass back to the developer. Maybe it's too hard, and we should be fixing some of that. Marco, do you have any energy after yesterday? I always have energy, Cushion. I love what I do. I love the games we do, and I love being in touch with you guys out there. So I always have energy. If it's about coming out and talking to you guys. Do you have any other more More SST updates. No, we didn't mention more SST updates. Anyway, original Twitch. Maybe what you could do is follow some of the Twitch streams and of Valorant Victory and sort of learn some of it, and go back to or play against producer Mark Hardisty, who has been saying during the stream that he's not the best players of all. So maybe do that to maybe win some games. I had also had the pleasure yesterday to connect with Rob Crandall to talk about campaign series, Flashpoint campaign Southern Storm. We had a nice chat about the game, showed you all the new UI, the new on-map stuff, the new accessibility framework, to improve the ease of access to the game. Again, a game I absolutely love. Flashpoint campaigns has been Flashpoint Germany is actually one of my first war game, and I just love what the team has been doing over the last years to improve the game in such a great way. Coming up in the first part of the year again, Flashpoint campaign Southern Storm, with a load of content. Who is trolling Paolo? Yeah, don't know. Just don't. Paolo is very tired, so don't troll him because he can be very violent today. So after doing Flashpoint campaigns, we jumped on new unannounced games, and that was when the fun started. We had more. What trolling me? Sorry, lost it. I'm lost, Mordante. I'm just like, I don't know where I am. So we announced two new games, two new incredible games. Modern Naval Warfare and Headquarters. So Modern Naval Warfare, we had a great luxury to have the developers coming over from Greece, talk about the game. I can't stop watching this trailer. It's just such an amazing piece of information about what the game's about, but also incredibly well crafted, and showing what the game's about. I read some more comments about the VR features in the game, and the game is actually absolutely playable fully in VR if you're the captain of the submarine. So you can raise orders and be the captain of the deck. It's an incredible piece of technology that the guys have done. They have been working on this for such a long time in a great way. So I look forward to this one. And yeah, they show the passion. And then we saw Headquarters World War II, which is the next generation of turn-based strategy games in historical strategy games. Pretty, one of the prettiest games we will probably have released. It's everyone loved the pigs, so we just show the pigs again, and. This game is releasing again next year in the second part of the year. It's been an Unreal Engine, and we'll be showing you and telling you more about this game in the first part of next year, because developers are going so fast. Every single build they sent over has great improvements and stuff that we really want to show you guys. But ultimately, it's a traditional war, tactical war game, as we'd expect from Slitherine, that we're not leaving our roots behind. Why is it called Headquarters? It's called Headquarters because a big part of the game is about army management within this headquarters screen we're creating, where you'll be able to sort of manage your army and your forces assign abilities and skills and upgrade them and buy new ones, so that you actually take a real care of your army. It's almost like an RPG element within the game that we are putting together. So it's that's why it's called Headquarters. What's that chariot teaser with Quadriga 2, Mordante? Was that chariot? I don't remember any chariot video teaser. Chariot teaser? Don't know. Maybe it was in another stream. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I remember at some point somebody said Quadriga 2 in the chat, and I thought, why are they saying that? I don't know. No, don't die. Don't die, Mordante. Not now. We need you. We need you to buy more stuff. After Headquarters, we jumped into showing up Stargate. Stargate reveal of gameplay. We weren't expecting such a nice reactions. We were amazed by the good reaction we had. What I'd like to sort of take a moment to recognize is the design of characters, and how Stargate this key art feels. I just think it looks awesome, and with Stargate, it's exactly like we do with Battlestar Galactica, exactly like we're doing with Starship Troopers, and I'm going to say this for Terminator later as well. We are trying very hard to really focus on what makes the Stargate show Stargate. So we're focusing a lot into making this game true to the franchise. You've seen how much we care about it. When we work on IPs, we don't just treat these as pieces of merchandise. We really focus on what is it that makes things what they are, and give that feel to the games. And I'm absolutely excited to just share this, have shared this gameplay, because it just speaks to the fans of Stargate, and I really want this to be a game that Stargate fans will love, both for gameplay but also for the storytelling we're putting together. Is Joseph Molossi involved in the storyline for Stargate? No, he's not. But every bit of storyline that we put in the game has been validated by MGM and the team. So it's almost like we're working very close with them to deliver a true Stargate experience. And again, next year is the 25th anniversary of the release of Stargate SG-1 series. So it's going to be a massive opportunity for this to be, the next generation of Stargate stories. It looks a lot like XCOM or Desperados 3. Well, that's the goal. It looks a lot like Desperados 3 and Shadow Tactics and this kind of real-time tactics games that are very, fitting with, having a squad of people performing things, and within a storyline. Commandos, yeah, well, Hexaboo Commandos is one of my favorite games of all time, so it's perfectly spot on. With the release date and announcement, will we be seeing any Distant Worlds developer stream, or can beta players show it off? Distant Worlds, we will lift the bans on Distant Worlds for the opportunity to stream the game very soon for Distant Worlds 2. Very soon in January, we'll start streaming the game pretty frequently, and we'll leave the opportunity soon also to Twitch streamers and fans to stream the games themselves. That's definitely in the plans. After Stargate, we went to see Broken Arrow. which was the highlight of the whole event. This was the game that was most followed by fans out there. We had that's where we had the peak of viewers on Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow is, of course, this hugely ambitious game that's trying to be real-time strategy in modern setting. And we went through with Félix Habert, the designer of the game, the lead designer of the game. We went through, the challenges about, designing a modern modern warfare game in real time. And this game is just just blow people away, and we are really happy that that happened, because I guess that the whole lineup you've seen yesterday shows, think about the lineup we had, Slitherine had like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It shows where we want to be in the future. And I think Broken Arrow is actually a perfect example of our ambitions for the future. Just delivers that idea. This is where we want to be in the future, and we are super excited about Broken Arrow as well, and it does look awesome. All right, more questions. Were people that were shouting Broken Arrow for hours happy with the reveal? I think they were very happy. I didn't see the Broken Arrow Discord today, but apparently yesterday Felix had something like pages and pages of new subscribers to the Discord. So I guess a lot of people wanted to show appreciation for what I saw straight away. So it's definitely something that we've seen. That the feedback was pretty cool, and then we ended up with Terminator. Terminator: Dark Fate Defiance is our next up and coming real time strategy game, releasing towards the end of next year. It's being developed by Cats Who Play. And this trailer here was very cool. And when we launched it, we had Angry Joe, Twitch streamer, popular YouTuber, Angry Joe, streaming with us. And just like after 2 seconds, he said, "Terminator!" He was just going berserk about it, and just found out about spotted Terminator well in advance. But this game is going to be huge. It's one of the most ambitious projects that probably if you look at the scope of the game and the maps and the size and what is going on screen, and it's just like a huge project, and we couldn't wait to announce it. So much so that we wanted to sort of do the teaser only. And when we decided to say, well, why don't we show something, and we started doing this flyby clip, and the developers at Cats Who Play put it together, and it was it looks awesome, and we said, okay, will this be enough? And they actually came up with a bridge scene, which is 2 minute long gameplay, and we said, why not? Let's show them the game. So it's that's oh, Mark, hello Mark. Mark, up there's someone who wants to play Valor in Victory against you, called Original Twitch, because he doesn't feel like he's good enough, and he wants to beat someone. So just join the Discord and set up a challenge, I guess. So more Warhammer 40k in the future, I hope. Lancer 34. There's so much happening. It's great. It's a great. Sorry, there's a question up there. How difficult is it to get licenses from Battlestar Galactica Stargate for a game? I need to make a pro. It is not easy, I would say. But I have to say that we've built a pretty cool track record over the year of delivering games that are on. That are fitting with IPs. So when we approach these IP owners, we have a reputation that comes with us, and it's kind of easier, I would say, to say, okay, this is what we want to do. Would you trust us to do a good job? And because we've got a good track record, it's helping us a lot in getting the rights for these games. Any news about the future of Close Combat series? Boring game. That's a good question. This is probably something we'll talk about in one of the future Home War Gamers events. But yes, that we're definitely working on the future of Close Combat for sure. Stargate, there has never been a game. You're right, but I wouldn't say it was harder, compared to other franchises. Actually, Stargate, we started being in touch with MGM just before Christmas 2 years ago, and we signed a deal probably around. Well, I guess I can tell you when. We signed a deal with MGM when the pandemic just started. So around March, April, we already signed a deal. So it took us only 2 or 3 months to get a deal in place for Stargate. So we reached the subscriber goal. Yay! Well, that was good. Thanks for letting us know, Hexabu. I just missed that. So thanks for subscribing, Boring Game, and we'll add a new bunch of DLCs to the Slit store now. 2 HoW events, 2 IP franchise revealed. Next HoW, Star Wars. We don't spoil anything, but well, Star Wars is a dream for everyone. When we get to that, I'll retire. So I think just give it a year or so, and then I can, go away. And any new plan for Master War in the Pacific? Jack plus 1. We are not leaving War in the Pacific alone, that's for sure. We are looking at what's next in the War in the series, and it's definitely in the cards that we'll do something with War in the Pacific. And more. Still Tigers. Well, that's that's one of the things. 2x3 is not a huge team, so they have to focus on something, and we want to. We are still undecided on what is next for them. So that's something we'll look at in the new year. In Wargaming, you only retire when you die, Yulug. No, not me. I've got plans for. I've got plans for other stuff. I'll leave you in the capable hands of someone else when you get a Star Wars license, I think. Ibiza, not the Azores, Portugal. That's my goal, Mordante. More followers, that's great. So, guys, I'm just making this too long. Do we have a list of Twitch streams or not? Not yet. Bruno forgot. It's the best way to finish. Finish the year like in this relaxed way. Everything's going like mad, and you've got like time to sort of watch the streams again and again the next 2 or 3 weeks. Kushan is going to be streaming Command on Saturday. Of course he is. And you can check the schedule. You can contact Edmond, who's always aware about everything that's happening across the board. I am wishing you a merry, good Christmas. Roy Kent is with me to wish you the best possible Christmas, best possible end of year. Buy games because they are super discounted on our site. The Steam winter sale is starting, I think, in a couple of days or whatever, next week or whatever. You've got loads of opportunities to play strategy games, play games, have fun, and I will see you next year on January 14th for the new season of Tea Time. Happy Christmas, guys.